What's up, everybody? This is Terrance Clark of the Pastor Mike's Son Podcast Show, and welcome to the new show. Every Monday, we're going to have Mic Check Monday. Got a big announcement for y'all. As you guys see, the gentleman sitting here, he's going to be our new co-host for Mic Check Monday. I want to introduce my man, Jay Chapman. What's up, Jay? How you feeling today?
Man, what's up, Terrance, man? I can't complain. Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look, Jay's going to be on every Monday. We're going to be talking about sports, relationships, culture, you name it. If the internet is talking about it and arguing about it, we're talking about it. All right. All right. So we're going to jump right in. All right. The first topic we're going to jump in today. You know, everybody talks about your boy LeBron. So my question for you today is, does LeBron's longevity make him the GOAT?
That's a good question, T. Although LeBron's longevity is something, a great feat in itself, me personally, I don't think it makes him the GOAT. I don't. You know, that GOAT conversation is a lot of variables that go into play. And I know Jordan took some years off. And so we got to take that into account too. Again, great guy. I love LeBron. I don't think longevity has anything to do with the GOAT conversation.
Wow.
How about you?
So longevity has no play with you as far as the GOAT discussion. And at all.
None.
So
None.
Someone playing an extra 10 years at an elite level, right? Still averaging at least 20 a game against guys half his age and still commanding. Look at all that attention he commanded over the summer. You know what I mean? He had the NBA unlocked. They couldn't even get the schedule out because they was waiting on this man to make a decision. Now, if that don't make you the GOAT, Jay, then brother, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, that's a good argument, T. Hey, and you know, sometimes I like to call him box office Braun, right? But like, if we put Jordan for the same amount of years, it's a no-brainer. To me, it's just a no-brainer, and it really just seemed like LeBron is playing so long because he trying to get as many records and stats as he can to validate the narrative as him being a GOAT. I just don't see it. My man Jordan is in a conversation, and like you said, played 10 less years.
So you mean to tell me no matter what LeBron does, if LeBron wins 2 more championships with Philly, he still won't be the GOAT in your eyes?
Nope.
Wow.
He got a stacked team.
Say it again?
He got a stacked team.
He got it. So that's just going to disqualify him as being the GOAT because he has a stacked team. So Jordan didn't have a stacked team. You mean to tell me Jordan didn't have a stacked team? They went 73
like that.
They went 72-10. You can't get more stacked than that.
They actually, the team building and the cohesiveness created that. They didn't create that through free agency.
They had Dennis Rodman, the greatest rebounder that ever lived. Scottie Pippen, the greatest Robin that ever lived. Horace Grant. John Paxson, not John Paxson, he was earlier. Yeah, John Paxson and Steve Kerr, one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
You and just named.
Say it again.
How many people did you just name?
4 people.
Because I can start naming names for LeBron, and I guarantee you all them Hall of Famers already. John Paxson ain't no Hall of Famer.
Steve Kerr's a Hall of Famer.
Not Bill Cartwright. Huh?
Steve Kerr's a Hall of Famer. Based on him being the coach.
Steve. Look, LeBron had D Wade.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron had Chris Bosh, Kevin Love. Like he got Jaylen Brown, who was just a Finals MVP.
But
Like
all right. So you got to look at this is a different era. Like everybody in the league is like super athletic, super nice. Like back in the 90s, not everybody was super athletic. And back in the 90s, you had just select few that was super athletic, right? Just about everybody is super athletic in the game today. And they can shoot from damn near half court. So you get that means something.
I don't want to say it don't. It does mean something. It just means that genetics is a little bit better now. You know?
So and that plays a big part with genetics, right? Guys are bigger and stronger. So that plays big. So go ahead. Now say go ahead.
I think players today might be bigger, stronger, faster, but I do think that players from yesteryear were better IQ players.
Mm-hmm.
And they were more cohesive as a unit and as a team. The game now is different than it used to be. At the same time, like LeBron is 6'9", 260 pounds. There's a lot of athletes in this game right now, but you ain't seen one stand in that lane and take no charge from LeBron either.
Right. You got a point there. You got a point.
And you can take the biggest and best athlete right now, and they still can't guard Shaq in his prime. So, you know, it's a big difference. LeBron is the man, right? And I think if he played in the era that Jordan played in, he would still be great. He would still do the things that he did. But I think because the game and the era is so different, LeBron doesn't have the mental aspect of the game to help him take over. He need to have other star players, other snipers. No, Jordan out here making stars.
Whoa.
He making stars.
No. I think you got that. I think that you got that backwards there. LeBron is the one who makes stuff. LeBron gets people paid that don't. Matter of fact, you have GMs. Matter of fact, Larry Bird said this. Larry Bird said, I will never sign someone that played with LeBron. You know why he said that? Because LeBron makes that player look better than what they really are. After LeBron finished playing with that player, they're trash. Because LeBron sets them up. LeBron knows where to put them in the right place to be successful. LeBron got Tristan Thompson paid. He got J.R. Smith paid. He got Iman Shumpert paid. Look how many guys he got paid. That if they were anywhere else, they wouldn't have got paid.
Well, those guys got paid truthfully because they was two-way players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert. But you also got to take into account that the NBA salary cap and the CBA bargaining is different. And so, according to the CBA, you got to use a certain percentage of your salary cap. So you got the 12th man on a bench making $60 million. So anybody can make money this day and age. It's not just because of LeBron. So I know guys that never played.
Let me ask you this: do you if LeBron wasn't playing with Tristan Thompson that year that they won the championship, I think that year Tristan was up for his contract. You think he would have got that $50 million contract that year if LeBron wasn't there?
I do.
You really think he would have got? They would have.
I do because
paid him $50 million.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even a Tristan Thompson fan, but Tristan Thompson with the Cavaliers was very, very pivotal to their success when it comes to rebounding and defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron didn't have to play no big man because Tristan Thompson took care of the dirty work. I really believe that 3-and-D guys get paid a bunch of money now. I believe guys that play defense get paid a bunch of money because you got to have somebody to at least throw at these best offensive players out here.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think he still would have got some money. Now, would he have got a ring? I don't know. Because, LeBron going to put
Absolutely
the,
not. He
the
wouldn't have got
rock
no
sign
ring.
in the air and get all the Avengers.
He absolutely wouldn't have got no ring. All right, so I already know what your answer is going to be with this question then.
I mean, what is it?
So, all right, you taking Game 7.
Shoot me straight.
Game 7, prime Jordan or prime LeBron? Game 7. To win it all.
Game 7?
To win it all.
This may shock you,
Okay.
but I'm taking LeBron.
What? My man said he taking LeBron? Please expound on that. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a clap on that. I'm going to give you a clap.
I mean,
let's clap on that.
Check it, T. Jordan only paid 3 Game 7s. He don't make it to Game 7.
Good point. So
he don't make Game 7s. We don't get that far.
Okay.
And so I know LeBron, with the game on the line, he's gonna give it his all. And I think Game 7s, what do you average? 34-9 and 5. 34-10 and 5 in 8 Game 7s. So I would take LeBron. Now, my answer would have been different if you asked me who was taking a game-winning shot, but that wasn't the question.
Right. Okay. All right, I'll give you that one. All right, so give me your starting 5. Since Jordan is your guy, right? Give me your starting 5 with Jordan included. And I'll give you my starting 5 with LeBron included.
Now, do they have to be that specific position, or can it be a position that I play them in my 5?
Yeah, you whatever you want. You're the GM of that team.
Okay. So, I'm gonna start Steph at the point guard.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Kobe at the 2 guard.
Okay.
I'm gonna put LeBron at the 3.
I'm
gonna put Carmelo at 4, and I'm going Shaq at 5.
Okay, so you got Curry at the 1.
No defense.
Say it again. What'd you say? Oh, I thought you said something. So you got Curry at the 1. You said Kobe at the 2?
Curry, Kobe. Yep.
And Jordan
Curry,
at the
Kobe,
3?
LeBron, Melo.
Wait, no, you can't pick LeBron.
So, right. I can't, huh?
You can't pick LeBron. Because you got Jordan, remember?
Okay. I thought I had LeBron.
No, you got Jordan.
So, okay. So I'll do this, right? I'll do Steph, Kobe, Jordan, Melo, Shaq.
Steph, Kobe, Jordan, Melo, Shaq.
Yep.
That's your 5? Okay. Steph at the 1. All right.
That's my 5.
All right. At my 1, let's see who I'm going to pick at my 1. Man, there's so many. I'm picking Magic at my 1. Magic as my 1. Jordan. I can't use Jordan because you already got Jordan. Give me prime before any injuries. Give me prime Tracy McGrady at the 3. Give me LeBron at the 2. Okay. Matter of fact, no. I'm switching now. Hold on. Give me LeBron at the 1. Give me prime. What was a good 2 card? See, you got size, man. All right, give me. Give me. Give me a prime D Wade. Give me prime D Wade at the 2. Give me prime Tracy McGrady at the 3. LeBron at the 4. And you already picked Shaq, right?
Yeah.
All right. It will give me Kareem at the 5. Shaq ain't stopping that jump hook. Shaq not stopping that jump hook. And Curry can't guard Magic. Magic will back him down all game long.
Guess what? We gonna run y'all out the building.
Wait a minute. You forget prime Tracy McGrady now. Remember how good Tracy McGrady was at the peak when Kobe was at his prime too. He was right there with him for a second. So you got to remember that. You got to remember that.
I don't know about right there, but you know, he was close.
He was close enough.
Cause listen, my man Kobe, because first of all, that's my favorite player. My man Kobe went to the playoffs with Smush Parker. Tracy McGrady could never.
Wait.
Always had a stat team.
So wait a minute. Matter of fact, let's go back a little bit because you said LeBron had all stacked teams, right? Let's go back to the first year he went to the finals. Did you see that team he took to the finals?
Who team?
The first time he went to the finals against the Spurs.
Who? LeBron?
Yeah. He had Eric Snow. He had what's the other dude? See, I'm about to look it up real quick. Let me pull this up real quick.
He had like Isgauskas.
Right.
He had, I think,
and they won 60 games.
Isgauskas. He had, and
he won 60 games.
Let's be fair. Everybody was over West back then. There was nobody in the East.
Who you had?
There was nobody in the East.
You had Detroit. You had Detroit and Boston.
Detroit was old. Detroit was already old when they beat the Lakers. They was already getting older. Rasheed Wallace had played in Portland for about 10 years already. Ben Wallace was at the end of his career. The youngest player they had was Tayshaun Prince. Chauncey Billups was at the end of his career. They had all older veterans.
Nah, Chauncey was still he was at the, I won't say tail end. He was getting ready to be at the tail end.
The first big three, which was the Celtics,
right?
They were created because LeBron was tearing through the East.
Right. But
he went to the Eastern Conference Finals 8 years in a row. Now, do that speak to his greatness, or do that speak to the lousy competition in the Eastern Conference?
Both can be true. Both can be true.
Two things can be true. But guess what? Since he came to the Western Conference, how many times has he been there?
He went the second year he came to LA. He won the championship the second year he came to LA. He went to the Western Conference Finals, I think about 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, about 2 years ago. So I think he's been there twice since LA. I'm sorry, 3 times because they won the championship.
Yeah. Twice. Yeah. And you know, a lot of people don't count the bubble. I count the bubble. I think it was a harder championship.
I count it too.
But some people don't count it.
Which is
some
crazy.
People don't count it. I do.
Which is crazy to me. So
yeah, it's one of the that was one of the hardest things to ever do, if you ask me. But
yeah. You know what? LeBron haters will say it don't count.
And again, I'm a Kobe fan, right? So I'm automatically a Lakers fan, and I love that I had an opportunity to experience LeBron and his greatness with my guys. But it's just a certain. I think he's already plateaued. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can become the greatest player because there's so much. He got so many strikes against him already.
What strike he got against him? because he 4-6 in the finals? That's the only strike.
That's a big strike. Like, you lost
How many?
the finals 6 times? You're the greatest player of all time, and you lost on the biggest stage 6 times?
Let me ask you this: well, it's been what 1,500, almost 2,000 players that's been through the NBA. You tell me how many NBA players have got 4 rings. You can count on one hand how many players have 4 rings.
I don't know. Because I can count 4 Warriors right now that got 4 rings. Clay,
Okay.
Steph, Draymond, Andre Iguodala, or Kevon Looney. Now you can go Robert Horry. We can go Bill Russell. We could go Kobe Bryant. We could go Magic Johnson. Want me to keep going? Listen, I love LeBron.
Point taken. Now I'll give you that one. All right. So we've been on the LeBron topic long enough. Let's shift topics right here. So we're going to talk about culture check, right? So, with all the music that's going on now these days, with hip hop and trap. I don't even know. Is there trap anymore? I'm 45 years old, so I'm. I don't know if trap is still.
It's how they say trapping ain't dead. It's more drill music now.
Drill music, okay. All right. So let me ask you this, because you hardly hear R&B and was trying to make a comeback. You got the Kalani's with what's the songs you got? Folded. Who else? You got Summer Walker. Summer Walker. You got it's like Chris Brown always gonna be there. And the Ushers.
Yep.
But anybody else you really don't hear. So has R&B fallen off?
Mainstream wise, and what they play on the major outlets, yes. I do.
Why do you think people don't listen to R&B anymore? Like, why is it just always this strictly hip hop?
I think hip hop got the world in a frenzy. It's so global, and it's just something that everybody wants to be a part of. And like R&B, you have to like be going through some kind of trial or tribulation or be in love to really to be able to relate to it.
Right.
And not everybody is in love.
Right.
Hip hop, you just gotta exist.
Right. Everybody want to dance, It's all about dancing now.
Yeah. And women are different. Women make the world go around, right? And it's not as hard to get a woman as it used to be.
Oh, expound on that, brother. Expound on that. So you say women are easy now?
They are a little bit more easier now. Like now. Listen. Back in the day,
right,
when you come home, you had to give your wife your whole check.
Right.
Now, $40.
Oh man, times have changed, bro.
But it was so like that back in the day. You had 4 guys singing to one girl.
There you go.
The Temptations and all them, whole group of niggas singing to one woman. You feel me? Outside your window singing at night. They bring you flowers. They don't do none of that no more.
Nah.
And I think it kind of hurt R&B.
Yeah. And don't forget about the older. I mean, because they don't even do boy bands no more. Like no more Jagged Edge, no more 112. What's the other boy bands used to have it back in the day? Jodeci. Yeah, none of that no more.
Yeah. Boy bands or whatever you want to call it, male groups, they were a big part of it,
Yeah. Yeah, man. So,
Drew
man,
Hill.
you said Drew Hill. Oh yeah, I forget about Drew Hill. Shout out to Drew Hill. Shout out to Drew Hill.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Cisco.
Yeah, you know. All right. So with R&B music, how do you think that with the current with rappers today, right? Are there any new rappers capable of becoming like Jay-Z or Drake at that star level? The rappers that you hear today right now, like
So when you mean star level, do you mean
like hit record after hit record
commercial success?
I'm talking about the longevity because Drake has been around what? 20 years now? Jay-Z over 20. So I mean their music is they can go on stage and sing and rap a song from 15 years ago and the crowd would still go crazy. Like, can these rappers that are out now, can they do that? Do you think, is there anybody out here right now that can do that?
Only probably one, and that's probably Kanye.
Kanye. If you're not having a mental breakdown, yeah. If Kanye can stay consistent, we need Kanye to be consistent. That's all. Well, we know he's consistently crazy when he want to be.
Right. But one thing he always consistently did is keep the attention of the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, all right, let me ask you this, T.
Mm-hmm.
To piggyback off a conversation that we had already.
Yeah.
Do you think any of those other rappers today, besides Jay-Z and Drake, can sell out a stadium?
Absolutely not. I think the only one that can do that right now today is probably NBA YoungBoy. The only reason I know that because my son listens to That's the only one. Matter of fact, a couple months ago, they call him the new Michael Jackson. I was like, what? Don't ever disrespect Mike like that, man. Come on. Don't ever disrespect Mike like that.
They very disrespectful. Right. They is very disrespectful with that one. I got a crazy one for you. NBA YoungBoy got the young crowd in a chokehold.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah.
I don't know half the stuff he's saying or he be talking about, but they definitely support his movement.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
They support his movement. I actually think 50 Cent can sell out a stadium.
Oh, yeah, I've got about 50. Yeah, he can stay because his music, his first album.
First album with Diamond, second album with 3 times platinum.
Yeah, yep.
But he's always been somebody that catered to the audiences abroad, right?
Yeah.
And so he's been on tour in Africa selling out soccer stadiums already.
Yeah. But can he put on he can sell out, but can he put out a good show? Because some rappers, they just on stage, as far as performing, 50, he just stand in one spot, and depend on the beat to sell the crowd. Now you get a Busta Rhymes.
Yep.
You get a Busta Rhymes, he's shutting it down. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, one of the best performers ever.
Absolutely.
One of the best performers ever.
Absolutely.
I don't know if he can sell out a stadium. I'm not buying no Busta Rhymes stadium ticket.
If DMX was still here, I think he could sell out a stadium.
X, most definitely. Listen, if it wasn't for that narcotic, Jay-Z wouldn't be the man he is because
You're
they
absolutely
say
right. And
that he was
that.
If Biggie was alive, X was the man. X was dropping 2 albums a year.
Yeah.
Going platinum 2 times a year.
Yep. And don't forget Tupac. Tupac definitely. Tupac definitely would have.
Yeah, Tupac was putting up. Listen, Tupac been dead almost 30 years, 20
Mm-hmm.
something years, he's still selling out Coachella.
Right. Right. It's crazy, right?
You feel me?
It's
That's
crazy.
that's that's insane. That's insane, bro. That's
Yeah.
insane. Because Biggie did too, but I never heard about Biggie selling out Coachella.
No, nah. Nah, and Biggie doesn't have enough of a body of work. Because he died, he only did 2 albums, right?
Yep, and I agree. And even though Pop only did a certain amount of albums, they were
Mm-hmm.
still recreating Pop albums and redoing verses and reworking everything.
Right.
Like you got songs with Jadakiss and
Mm-hmm.
Tupac and Eminem and Tupac, and
Yep.
they were still putting out songs. So yeah, I don't think Biggie could, but Tupac most definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, so let's do this segment, Keep It or Kill It, right? All right. New album. What's new albums that just dropped? Give me some new albums that just dropped.
New album just dropped. I know Pooh Shiesty just dropped the album. Not really a fan.
Is it? Would you keep it or kill it? Keep it. You know. You say you're not really a fan
They
of
can
Pooh
keep Pooh
Shiesty?
Shiesty.
You say you're not a fan of his?
I don't. Nope. They can keep. Nope. They can keep Pooh Shiesty. No. They can kill it. They can kill it. Um. Um. Drake just dropped.
Oh yeah.
Awesome album all the way through.
You a Drake fan?
I am a Drake fan.
Okay. All right.
I'm
The only thing like I like Drake's music, but the only thing that bothers me about Drake is, I don't know, to me it just seems like he betrays somebody he's not. To me, it seems like he hides behind the money to pretend to be somebody he's not, right? I don't know. He just get off that vibe that, to me, that's not how he really acts. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a facade for everybody.
True. 750.
I don't think none of those guys. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. I don't. You said besides 50?
Yeah, besides 50.
Yeah, he probably about the only one, But
Yeah.
for those guys, it's just a facade, Even the
Yeah.
ones that we think maybe got something going on, all of it is a part of the game plan.
Yeah. I don't know. I know I gotta give it to
It's
the
not
baby
too.
though. I don't think DaBaby put up as good because he took somebody's life. so he,
I want to like DaBaby, right? I want to like DaBaby, and he's from North Carolina. That's where my family from. But that's a grown man was running around with a pamper on. I can't take you serious, bro. I don't care who you shot and killed. You run around calling yourself DaBaby with a pamper on. I can't take you serious, bro.
Right.
I can't take you serious. And, like, come on, man. You shot somebody in Walmart, bro.
Yeah.
Who in Walmart ready to shoot back?
True.
But I digress.
You got a point there.
I digress, though. I don't think nobody really live how they portray. I think it's all a facade. And I think even if you do start in that capacity, it's stuff that make you gotta change. Like for instance, Chief Keef. Chief Keef started a lot of that drill music. A lot of these artists that's out right now owe their success to Chief Keef, and him being the biggest artist or drill artist, even he had to leave Chicago.
Yeah.
Like once you become something, you gotta go.
Yeah. And I think
It's hard to continue to live that life. It's hard to continue to live that life.
I think Nipsey Hussle was a victim of, staying in the hood. I know he was trying to do great things in his hood, but not everybody loves you in your hood.
Listen, and Nipsey Hussle was one of those guys that really was about what he rapped about. Now
Right.
That's another one of those guys, right?
Right.
But again, right, these guys, just because you're affiliated, that don't make you the most gangster.
Right. Right.
And it's been stories about people in his own group that, was doing him dirty.
Yeah.
Now, Nipsey Hussle being a mogul, we wouldn't want to believe that, but what's true is true. You know?
Yeah. You're right.
Some of these artists are the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, so that's it for Keep It or Kill It. Now let's talk about relationships, brother. Relationships in these days and times. If that's what they want to call it these days. So let me ask you a question, man. In these days, how do you approach a woman, man? Do you approach the woman, the traditional way and say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. I think you're beautiful. I want to get to know you a little bit better." Is the dude still approach it that way, or because what I've been saying online, the women are the aggressive ones.
Yes. Now, so I swear, Terrance, I can't holler at women no more. I'm old. I'm played out. I seen this one chick pull up next to me in the market. She was, beautiful young lady. Mm-hmm. I got out. You know what I'm saying? She got out. I said, "How you doing, beautiful? You are gorgeous. Are you spoken for?"
Mm-hmm.
I come up under some real players. You feel me?
Right.
I try to come with some. You're a mother coming to the market. I'm thinking you about to, I'm coming to you. She looked at me and said, "Oh, that's a line my uncle would use."
Oh, man. Yeah, brother, you retired, brother.
You feel me?
Yeah, you retired.
So
I guess you guys got to be aggressive these days, bro. You just got to be, look, you feeling me, I'm feeling you. This is what I want right here.
Nope. That ain't enough.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Like, you got to call them stupid names, like fine shit. Like, what's up, fine shit? Like, I got to call you a piece of shit. It's crazy.
And what's the thing I heard about?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's this thing I hear about? Yeah, it's your birthday. What does that mean? Because I've seen that online. People say, "Yeah, it's your birthday." You heard that? Okay, what does that mean, bro? Bro, I told you, bro. I'll be 50 in 5 years, bro. You got to keep me in line.
So basically, it's just like, it's along the lines of the same thing, but it's just a little slang. And so, how can I put it? So my birthday just passed.
Right.
And a female told me, "You the birthday."
So I just told her, "You look good" or something. That means?
I guess it's supposed to mean it's all about you.
Okay.
It's all about you.
Okay.
I ain't know what to say. I just said, "All right, you the birthday cake." You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
Being honest, bro, I don't even know how to use some of these words.
Yeah, you got me. I got to stay on TikTok to learn. That's how I learned TikTok.
I'm gonna have to get on TikTok.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get my TikTok game up.
So, what do you think about women prioritizing their happiness over working through a relationship or sticking it through in a relationship? How do you feel about that? Because most men that I know, they tend to stick it out. You know, they don't choose their happiness, you know, over sticking it out and keeping the family together. What's your thoughts on that?
I think the past predicates what we go through presently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because roles used to be reversed, where women would stay and men would go, right?
Mm.
And you know, is a thing now where women enjoy that masculine role. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all in media, hip hop, R&B. I mean, Sierra got a song called "Like a Boy." Like, what would you do if
Yeah.
I was on a corner swinging dice and you was calling me, asking where I was at, and I told you I was in the studio? They like that, you know.
Mm.
And I think women were playing that same role for so long
Mm-hmm.
that they now relish in the fact of being able to play the other side. And
Yeah.
I think it really took men by surprise.
Mm. Why do you think women like being so masculine now these days? Like, what's that about?
You know, I don't
Like, they
know
gotta
what that's
realize
about.
that's a turnoff to a man. The man don't want to compete with a woman being masculine. It's like he want to come home to a woman in a feminine. I can't even say it. A femininity or feminine side.
Yeah, yep, yep, yep. And that's what I love. You know, granted, right? I would like my woman to be able to go off where she need to. Like, if they got
Right.
my food wrong, she need to be able to let them know to send my shit back. But
Right.
um, as far as trying to be so masculine, right? They always say, if you don't want me to be masculine, put me in my soft girl era, right?
Mm.
But why? Why should I
Right.
have to do that? This is
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I shouldn't, you should be happy without me. I should just add on to your happiness. You should be
Yeah.
soft without me. I'm just adding on to your softness.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
now let a man say, let a man say, I want to be feminine. Put me in my masculinity. Oh, crazy now.
Right. Yeah, he toxic. He toxic. He's
You feel
misogynistic.
me?
That's the word now these
Oh.
days. Everybody
Why
use.
I gotta help you? Listen, they got these new vocabulary words that they use, like toxic, narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Well,
compete with
that's
them.
number one right there. Narcissists. All men are narcissists now these days.
Listen, I know. I know. I don't know why. I
Yeah.
don't know why. It weird. They call you weird. Like back in the day, weird didn't really have a. Somebody called you weird. You just did something different than everybody else. Nowadays, they call you weird, and you just. I don't know. You weird. I'm weird because I want to know where you was at. I don't know.
Right.
It's just like
Yeah.
you can't be you can't be a man to some of these women these days. You just got to be a partner.
Yeah. What do you think about the
Yeah.
requirements that the women are requiring men to have in order to date them these days? Like a lot of women talking about you got to make six figures. You know, you can't work a 9 to 5, but they don't like men that work 9 to 5. You got to have disposable income. He should be able to take me on vacations. Even on the first date, he should spend $500 on me on the first date, even though he doesn't know who you are as a person. So, how do you do you still how do you navigate that as far as dating? Or does that deter you
That
from
shit
dating?
like gas prices. That shit like gas prices. It fluctuate up and down. And
Yeah.
granted, I'm a guy that like nice stuff, right? So I
Right.
like to go to nice places, buy nice things. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Do a little upscale, this, that, and the third. And it's like this: if you somebody that I care about and I want to spend time with, you don't have to require anything like that because I'm gonna give it to you willingly. And it's
Yeah.
like it should be. It shouldn't be an expectation. It
Right.
shouldn't be an expectation. You should just be willing to show yourself to me, and I'm gonna want to take care of you. Like
Right.
I'm a natural provider, and men are natural providers. And
Yeah.
so you don't have to go into a relationship saying X, X, this, that, and the third, because men don't go in relationships like that.
Yeah.
They be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you gotta change a tire," and I had a woman tell me, "It's I'm broke because I used a credit card."
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She said you was broke because you used a credit card?
Because
Yo,
I
we're
used a
doomed, bro.
credit card.
Yo, we're doomed. We're doomed. Wait a minute. So she
Yeah,
wants you to
we
put out
are.
she wants you to put out a whole wad of cash, like a dope boy.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That's crazy.
Cause I ain't got enough space in my pocket.
That's crazy. She said you was She said you was broke because you used a credit card.
Yes, bro.
That's wild.
Like, oh, you're using somebody else's money. I'm using somebody else's money. This is mine.
So you pay the bill every month, so it's your money.
Right.
That's
Sometimes
crazy.
2 times a month.
Right.
Yeah, back in the day, a woman see you with a credit card, you look mature, you look fiscally responsible, you look like you ready to be the head of a household. Right. Nowadays, you look broke. You look like you're using somebody else's money. You look like you don't know how to get to the bag. So, I mean, to each his own. But
that is wild.
I thought being fiscally responsible with a line of credit was a great thing.
Right. Right. That means it means you working towards great credit or you have great credit. So that's crazy.
Listen, I said, check this out. These people giving me this money because they know I can pay it back. They ain't just giving it to me all willy-nilly for nothing.
Right. Right. Let me ask you this. How do you feel about your girl having your password to your phone?
Don't like it.
You don't like it? Why you don't like it?
Don't like it. I'm be honest. My phone is mine.
Yeah. No. I just said
I don't
have the password. I didn't say go through it every time she want to go through it. She has the password because she trusts you.
Nope.
Listen.
I can trust you. I ain't giving you my social security number neither. You feel me? No, bro. No. Like at the end of the day, what if we go through a bad breakup and now you got my information. Now you can just go into my accounts and lock everything and change everything just because you're spiteful and I'm inconvenienced. I'm not saying that it would happen, but it could happen. Like I tell people, the road to hell was paved with good intentions.
There you go. There you go.
You feel me?
There you go. There you go.
And I don't require. I don't want your password. I don't want to see your phone. I don't want to go through your phone. I'm the type of person where as though I take everything at face value, right? And if we good, we good. If I feel like I need your password, I need to go through your phone. I need to reevaluate my own decisions and my own choices now because I'm putting myself in a situation where I'm not my most comfortable. I'm not my most I can't be me the way I want to. I can't be my most confident because in the back of my mind, subconsciously, I'm thinking, "Oh, something going on. If I get like that, it's time to go. I should be able to look at you and say, "Hi, she's beautiful. She's mine. I'm happy."
How do you feel? Okay, all right. So you're not good with the password thing, right? How do you feel about your girl having a work husband?
Listen.
Look, you stop listening.
listen. He gonna have to send me home a crab cake platter once a month.
Oh, so you
If we
okay
gonna
with the working
if we
husband?
gonna share, we gonna share. I'm not. I'm secure with myself, right? And I feel like I do what I'm supposed to do physically in the
Hmm.
bedroom and emotionally in the brain to keep whoever I'm dealing with at the time satisfied and focused on me. Um,
So it's not about you, because think about it, right? This dude actually spends more time with your girl than you do, because they work every day for 8 hours a day. So 8 hours a day, he's learning everything he need about your girl. You know, because I'm sure they talk. I'm not saying they talk like on intimate level, but I'm sure they share things about their life and the things they do on the weekend. What's her favorite things she like to do? Because they naturally you work together. You talk with each other, right? So
you do.
it's not about, I don't know, with the having a work husband. It's like sometimes I don't know. I don't trust it, bro, because because you with that person 8 hours a day. Eventually, you're gonna start having feelings for that person. You know what I'm saying? Look, he probably get mad. He see you come to the job. Man, look at this.
I listen. It takes a village.
Mm, yeah,
Listen, I'm just being completely honest. I can't be everything for this person at every moment
yeah,
of the day. I can't be,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So you would be okay with, all right? Let's say, all right, you wasn't home. And your wife went to work, and she didn't have money. She couldn't get in contact with you to ask for money for lunch that day, and her dude gave her money for lunch, and she come home and tell you that. Are you getting upset with that?
You said, would I get upset?
Yeah, would you get upset that she took
I would
money
be
from another
more
man?
upset if he don't give it to her. I would be upset like, why you pick this nigga as your work husband and he can't feed you? Now we got a problem. Now I feel like my decision making is fucked up because I didn't choose you right.
Okay, all right. So you
No,
using it as a benefit. I see.
you know, in all seriousness, right? At the end of the day, no matter how great a relationship that you got, I
Mm-hmm.
don't even care if you don't have a 9 to 5. It's going to be somebody that spend time around your spouse of
Yeah.
the different sex, right?
Yeah.
Where
Mm-hmm.
you're not there.
Yeah.
You have to, bro, you have to be content and confident in yourself because you're going to drive yourself crazy.
Yeah. You're right about
You
that.
know what I'm saying?
You're right about that.
And at the end of the day, I don't feel too fret because just as much as she'll get tired of seeing me, she gonna get tired of seeing you too. And she gonna get tired of hearing from you because at the end of the day, she don't have no obligation to you. She got an obligation to me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and I ain't gotta spend so much money on lunch. You know?
The
Because
economy's tight right
I
now.
probably got me a work I probably got a work wife. I gotta feed her too. we
So you
gotta
got to
we gotta
balance
work
it out, huh?
together.
You got to balance it out.
Bro, we got to work together. Listen, women outnumber men 3 to 1 out here. And if you want to talk about good women, it's 2 to 1.
Right.
Listen,
Right. Right.
we
Right.
need we gotta help each other, bro. We gotta help each other.
Yeah. How do you feel? Okay. How do you feel if your wife or your girl, you know, makes double what you make, but still, want to go 50-50?
You said, but still wants to go 50-50.
Yeah, still wants to go 50-50.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of situations like this, including the ones that we just talked about,
Yeah.
are problems because men don't have the confidence when they're a woman in the presence of somebody else. I'm a little different, right? I don't know if it's because
Yeah.
I'm a Leo or I was raised different, but I believe in myself so much, maybe to a
Yeah.
fault, Terrance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I've always been attracted to ambition in women that's about their business and about money. And I've dated and been in relationships with women that made double what I made.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy circumstances that it didn't work out, but it was never money. And I still was willing to carry my weight. At the end of the day, when somebody loves you,
Mm-hmm.
truthfully and honestly, none of that stuff really matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in my situation, if we still going 50-50 on the bills, some men may feel like, well, you making all this money, you should pay all the bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'ma still pay my part of the bills because I'm a
Yeah.
man and it's my responsibility and my duty as part of this household, right? But
Yeah.
it's not to say that she's still not gonna look out.
Yeah.
Or, if we
Yeah.
ever hit a rough patch, she's there to help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I ain't count on her pockets neither. I don't care
So
if
I was
I'm
about to ask
married
you
for
this.
20 years, married for 2 years.
Yeah. I was about to ask you this. So your girl says your money is our money, but my money is my money. How would you feel if your girl said that to you?
Mm, your
You
money
ain't feeling
is
that one,
my
huh?
money. I ain't feeling that one.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't, I, I'm not feeling that one, right? So let's just say this, right? If I was making 200,000
Right.
and my girl or my wife was making 70K,
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with that, right?
Yeah. Right.
Because I'm gonna pay the bills. If you need whatever you need from me, I'm gonna pay the bills, and you can keep your little money for yourself. I don't need you to do nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But if it's a situation to where it's not like that, no, we ain't doing that.
Right. Right.
We ain't doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm saying 9 out of 10, but I should be saying 10 out of 10. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
dealing with somebody because of what their net worth is.
Right.
Um, probably it's probably based on more potential, but we gotta be equal in that sense. Like
Yeah.
if I'm willing to share what I got for you, you gotta be willing to, even if you don't do it, you gotta be willing.
Yeah.
We ain't ready to play that all yours is mine and mine's mine game. Nah. I gotta be up for me to
Right. Right.
feel like that's okay.
Yeah. 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 That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm kind of traditional as far as, if I make a whole lot more, like you said, if I make 200,000, and my wife makes 70,000, then of course I'm paying the mortgage. Only thing I'll probably ask her to do is just, get the groceries. Just focus on the groceries. I have the mortgage. I have, most of the big bills. Just make sure the house has food in it. That's all I'm asking. You know. Um, and then strategize on how I can elevate her, so so how she can make even more money. You know what I mean? So we can build wealth together. And that's what it's about. It's about building that wealth together. You know.
That's
And
that's a good point, T. That's how you take some of the animosity out that situation. It's hard
yeah.
not to have animosity when somebody is making more than the other person, and it's easy to throw those words around, right? But if the person that's
Mm-hmm.
making the money is creating opportunities for their
Mm-hmm.
spouse to be able to, uh, 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 make life easier for them, that's what it's about. That's what it's
Yeah.
about, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think with all that, and because men and women think totally different, right? For example, and we talked about earlier today, women focus more on happiness, men focus on keeping the family together. And let's, for example, you've been with your girl 5 years, right? You've been a breadwinner, right? You had an accident that happened where you can't work, and you about to work for 2 years. And your girl, she was supporting you. She's there by you, taking care of you. And it's year 3, and she's like, all right now, come on. I'm picking up the slack. I need to do something. But with a man in that position, if his girl, she's making money, then had an accident where she can't work anymore, a man is not thinking like that. A man is just thinking like, all right, she's taking care of it. I'm not worrying about that. And if I got to get another job, then I got to get another job. Why do you think women have like a shorter leash on situations like that? Is it because the man is supposed to be a provider at all times?
I guess they feel like in society that's not the natural order of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
It's
it's
supposed to
like,
be
all right,
man, then woman.
stuff happens, bro. Stuff happens. Life happens. So it's like, come on. What I mean? Yeah. Gotta give the brother a break sometimes. Like, come on.
Bro, listen, life
It's
does
not like,
happen, bro. You right. You absolutely right. But don't take care of me for no 3 years, because I'm gonna be waiting for you to take care of me for 3 more. I'm gonna be appreciative. I might be appreciative of you
mm-hmm.
setting that fire up underneath of me. Like, come on, baby, you better than this. You know what I mean? Now you sulking. You feel me? Now you're
Yeah.
not believing in yourself no more. I need you to get up and do
Yeah.
something. It don't have to be the best, but you got to do something. I'm with all
Yeah.
that, right? Because
Right.
that's what spouses is for. That's what family is for. To keep you, to hold you down and then help you push forward. Like, you can't, I don't care how much money anybody is making. You can't
Right.
constantly just expect somebody to be your crutch and think it's not going to cause no kind of animosity, because it is. And your
Right.
wife or your girlfriend or your spouse can love you to death, and go to happy hour with our homegirls, and somebody say something and everybody else agree. And now in the back of her mind, she feel like, oh shit, my husband is a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
Because you don't have the ambition to do it no more, because you're so complacent. I wouldn't care if Beyonce was my wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would still be
Yep.
out here getting to it, because at the end of the day, I'm a man. And her father is going to look at me. My father is
Mm-hmm.
going to look at me. Other people's fathers are going to look at me. And some men may say, "Hey man, you got it good," but most men going to
Yeah.
say, "You all right? Well, let that lady take care of you." You know she going to find a
Yeah.
way to throw it back in your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whether she
Absolutely.
find a way to throw it back in my face or not, I just feel as
Mm.
though as a man, it gotta be a point where I get back on my grind.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, that's enough about
Now,
about the
if the tables
ladies.
was turned,
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your last thought about the ladies. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if the tables was turned, it might be a little bit different, because you know women will take that role and just stay there. They don't want to go back to work after 2 years. They going to stay
Oh yeah.
home. They
Oh
used to
yeah.
you paying for everything, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to go back. They don't want to go back, and
Right.
to each his own. But it would be it would be more frowned upon if a man stayed in that position than if a woman stayed in that position.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man. So that's it for that segment on relationships. So let's talk about you a little bit about Jay, because since you're new to the Pastor Mike's show, so tell us about, because I know you're big on community work and and giving back to your community. So give us a little background on you and what you do in the community.
All right. So I worked for city schools for 10 plus years,
Mm-hmm.
serving the community, families, and making sure, the drivers and bus aides was up to par, and that we didn't have no criminals or no crooks taking care of transporting our babies, especially our
Mm-hmm.
kids with special health care needs. I spent 3 or 4 years as a special education
Right.
advocate. I have a 3-year-old who's on the autism spectrum. It's something that's near and dear to my heart. And um, I've always been a community man, a community guy growing up. I played in the rec centers. I stayed in every rec center all around Baltimore City, and so community always been my thing. And growing up, I knew I wanted to be what I know I needed growing up, and so that's kind of my motto. I'm out here just trying to be what I know people need. Um, I uh, I work for a mental health and wellness clinic. I'm the director of community outreach, and so basically, I am like that bridge to the community. I go
Yeah.
out in the community, and I try to find out what the needs are of the community members, resource wise, and do what I can to make sure I can get them those resources, or help them find a way to get to those resources, whether that be shelter, clothing, food, transportation, Medicare, mental health therapy, PRP program, job readiness, um, everything community. We go into
Yeah.
the communities and we do um, events where we're giving away all kind of school supplies, uniforms. We may do raffles for flat screen TVs, laptops,
Yeah.
all in the name of just trying to tear down that stigma in our community about mental health. Because in our community, people think mental health is non-existent, and it's been that way for years. And I'm just out in the community, um, doing God's work, man.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of lands in my lap. It's really no blueprint. I just do a lot of networking with different community partners, different schools, different churches, and wherever I see fit, where there's a need, where I can be there and I can create an impact. That's what I do. I'm all about creating a measurable impact, and I did that a lot with the school system. But now that I'm able to, uh, do work that's sort of like case management, I'm able to get a
Mhm.
more measurable metrics of the lives that I impact day to day. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
even my mentorship, you know,
Mhm.
um, I'm just all about the people, man, the community. I
Yeah.
love it. Um, People that worked in rec centers and nonprofits played an integral part in me growing up, and shaping me to the person I am today. And
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for it. And when I resigned from city schools, it was a little toxic. The
Mm.
environment became a bit toxic, right?
Yeah.
But I never thought I would have a young black man from the inner city. I would have a job with a union, getting raises. And when it came time for me to have to resign, I thought that it was rock bottom for me, right?
Ah.
And I kind of
Wow.
felt like they were pushing me out on a cliff. But what I didn't know is they were pushing me into my purpose.
Ah, there
And
you
I'm very,
go.
very appreciative. And I always tell people, sometimes your worst nightmare is the first thing in your greatest accomplishment. Sometimes
Mm.
your worst nightmare has to happen for your wildest dream to come true.
Ah, that's a word right there, brother. That's a
And that's how
word.
it was for me, man.
Yeah, and that's why, man, I wanted you to be on this show with me, man, co-host Mike Check Mondays, because that's what Pastor Mike's son is all about. It's about, men's mental health, giving back to the community, especially with, inner city Baltimore with the youth, especially what's going on with the youth right now, man. It's heartbreaking with the youth, with, these, committing these crimes and not having an outlet to, to actually go somewhere and do something and be productive and say, hey, I want to do this when I grow up. And I think this is what our purpose is for, to say,
Yeah.
hey, you are somebody. You can be that person that you want to be. Here are the resources. We're going to make sure you have the resources so you can be that somebody that you dreamed about, So yeah, definitely. Uh, I see you being a light to the city, brother. So I want to give you your flowers for that.
Man, man, hey, listen, Terrance, I appreciate you too. And I'm going to give you your flowers right back, right, brother? Because representation means everything. And, I'm sure everybody on the Pastor Mike podcast know know your bio and your spiel about you, but you're a great guy, you know, and you are a creator of pathways for people. Um, you're a visionary, and you see the best in people, and to you help people become their higher self. And I appreciate that, brother, because again, like I said, representation means everything, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm not racist by any means,
Yeah.
and I will go to work for the white man, right? But to go and work and be a part of something spectacular for the community with my brothers, it just means so much more to me on a macro level.
Yeah,
Because
I agree 100%.
growing up, we didn't always get to see those kind of role models that look like us.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I
Give you your
received that,
flowers
brother. I
too,
received
brother.
that,
Give you
man.
your flowers too, man.
I received that. After the day I had today, I received that, brother. I received that, brother. For all these out there, that's a little inside joke. Yeah, I mean, one day, y'all know what we're talking about. All right. This is our very first episode of Mic Check Monday, so let's give a little cheer for that. You know, yeah. You know, this is a big monumental moment right here. Episode 1. We'll be back next Monday. Have more topics. I know football season is starting, so we're going to talk about the football season. We're going to talk about your boy Shador. We're going to talk about where the Ravens at and how they're ranking right now. So yeah, we're going to get into all of that. So if you're watching this podcast, if you have questions you want to ask on the podcast, send us the questions. We'll definitely answer them on the air and shout you out as well. So again, my name is Terrance Clark. I'm the host of Mic Check Monday, and my co-host is...
I'm Jay, and consider your mic check.
There you go. All right, yeah, everybody have a great night, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.